Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today we are going to do our Work Your Apps Off 2023 totals and talk about it. So I hope you'll stick around and see how I did for 2023. In 2022 I decided to make it my goal to see how much money I can make using apps. At that time, I probably used, I don't know, 3 or 4 apps, maybe 5. But I wanted to see if I could make enough to pay for Christmas for 2023. So I'm going to give you a recap of how I did and kind of just take you along with me. If you haven't already and you're interested, please join my Facebook group. It's called Work Your Apps Off for Christmas. There will be a link in the description. This is not a business. It's just a group where we share apps and my referrals are there and we talk about apps. This year I'm going to do a review of each app because apps are confusing, and even I'm learning something new about apps constantly, as well as I'm hoping if I do this, then other people will point out stuff I'm missing so I can even take more advantage. I will start by saying my goal this year is lower. I'm trying to do 1,000. And the reason for that, as I said in a previous video, is a lot of the apps have changed. I do think they're still worth it, but several of them have either completely removed or completely lowered their referral bonuses, which honestly was kind of a big thing for me last year with my group. Also, several of them have raised the amounts it takes to get the gift cards. Do I still think they're worth it? Yes. Did it help me so much for Christmas? Yes. But it will just take a little longer. And then also, some of them have removed the stores that I use regularly that did get me more points. So it will be a little harder for me to get as much as I got this year, but I still think it's worth the effort. I recommend spending a few minutes each day on apps, but I'm not gonna say that I'm perfect at that, and sometimes I just do a marathon of receipt scanning like I did last week with Christmas receipts. So there's no wrong way. I think consistency definitely is key, and that's where I didn't do well before, as I didn't stay consistent. I was kind of like I do with my workouts. I work out good for a while and then I stop, and I was very consistent this year. All right, let's get started. So this first page, we'll go over these apps first. So Ibotta, I made $723. $23.25. Ibotta is showing that I made a little bit more. They do a yearly summary, but I'm gonna just stick with my number. It's about $40 off in my favor. So Ibotta said I made $760. All right, Ibotta is an app that you pick the item, and then if you buy it at the store, you get credit for it and they give you the money back in your account. Ibotta is one that I used to only use, like when I got home from the store, I would check the receipt if I had it. Now I try to meal plan a little bit more about what is on Ibotta, and I follow some of the groups to see what the good deals are, and I have really upped my game per se with that. Okay, and Ibotta goes straight to my bank account, so it's a cash app to me. All right, Rakuten, I don't know, I had $622 at the beginning of the year, and then all of a sudden it zeroed out, but I never got a check. And now I have $467, and that's just from some Christmas shopping that I did. Ta-da, I got rid of, I don't even think it's around, but I never even counted it, so that won't be on my list next year. Alexa and Shopium are, I guess they're technically owned by the same company now. I don't know if that's right, but you used to be able to submit to both, and now I don't think you can. But anyway, Alexa, I made $167.84 last year. And all you do is, if you go in the website and you just bought one of those products, you scan the receipt and you scan the item, and then Alexa automatically sends the money as a credit to your Amazon account. So I would take the money out of my bank account and put it into my Work Your Apps Off high yield savings account, because my Amazon credits get used by everybody in this household, and I wanted to really use it for Christmas. So then that was just a credit on the Amazon account for others. ShopMium, $219 was sent straight to PayPal when I got it, and it works exactly like Alexa. If you have that product, you scan the receipt and the item, and as long as it qualifies, then they send the money to your PayPal account. And that was $219. Coupons.com worked exactly like Alexa and ShopMium. I believe ShopMium bought Coupons.com out. Before they ended, I had made $130.50 to my PayPal account. So this one will go away this year as well. So my total for these apps for the year, I made $1,245.26. Pretty proud of that. All right. Let's make sure I'm lined up here so you guys can see. All right, next I have Checkout 51. Checkout 51, it doesn't have very many offers anymore. I feel like they used to have more offers, but I still always check them because you just never know. You do have to have $20 to cash out Checkout 51, so I kept my money in there till the very end so I could make sure I could cash out in full at the end. Had I got to $20 sooner or higher, I might have cashed out just to make sure. But anyway, I cashed out $28.01 for the year. So it's a good supplemental. It's not the best for me anyway. All right. Brand Club was one I tried. Excuse me, I had success early on. I cashed out for $47 and then I couldn't figure it out. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but I couldn't ever collect any more than that. So I quit using it. I took it off my phone, but if you have luck with that, I do know there's some extreme couponers out there that swear by it. I just didn't want to put the time or energy into it, so I didn't. Microsoft Start is through Bing, and this one is now also connected to either Swagbucks or ShopMium. So you used to be able to use all of them. I don't know if that was allowed, but you could. And now you can't. So I do like Microsoft Start better because you can just scan your receipt in and it'll give you the deals instead of having to scan the product and the receipt and that. So this one I cashed out for $234.58 in 2023. Upside is for gas, or they now have restaurants on there too, and you have your card in there linked, and you used to have to check in, but now you don't for gas. I'm not sure about the restaurants. And then if there's a qualifying purchase, they give you the amount back. It's a small amount, but it's basically if you were going to go there anyway. I tend to not use it for gas as much because there is some gas stations in my area that are cheaper. But if I am needing to get gas and it's a comparable rate, then I will use an Upside station just to get the cash back. So I cashed out for $19.49 for 2023 here. If you have a specific gas station that you only use and they're on Upside, you should definitely use Upside because you'll get some cash back from it. Coins Out is one I just started this year. It's just a receipt scanning app, and then it has like a slot machine game. I think it's a slot machine game that you can play to get bonuses. I don't get a ton off the game, but it's still fun. So I cashed out for $12.12. Again, I'm already scanning my receipts, so I just add that one in the group. To do it by itself probably doesn't seem worth it, but since I'm already doing it, it's an extra minute or so. All right, so in these ones, I ended up cashing out for $341.20 to PayPal, I believe, for all of these. All right, next. All right, make sure I'm lined up here. Next we have Receipt Pal. Receipt Pal is again another receipt scanning app, and then you can get entries into a sweepstakes. I think I've won a little bit off one sweepstake one time, not something that I hit regularly, but I did cash out for $25 in gift cards, and I currently have 2,930 points. So I could cash out for another $5 gift card right now, but I'll just wait. Merrifield. Merrifield was my big producer early on. It was a new app. It paid $50 I wish, 50 points per receipt in the beginning, and it was new, and I found it early, so I did earn a lot of referral points off Merrifield. So this one was very good to me in 2023. Merrifield has since done away with their referral program. I still recommend people use it, but they've done away with their referral program, and now they are doing 25 points per receipt. It works very similar to Fetch. If you use Fetch, you just scan your receipt. If you have qualifying products, then you'll get extra points. Merrifield is more like the healthier side of products. So whereas to me, Fetch is more of like the processed type of products that kids eat. So I don't tend to get a ton of bonus points from Fetch, but I do get some. So Merrifield, I ended up with $180 in gift cards, and I currently have 2,087 points. This is one that I know I won't be able to recreate this year since they've gotten rid of those programs, but I was lucky enough to get in when I did. Swagbucks. I gotta tell you guys, Swagbucks is my new favorite. I am learning so much on Swagbucks, and I think I've really been able to increase my earnings on Swagbucks, and I'm going to continue that. So I have used Swagbucks for a couple years, but I only used it as a receipt scanner, and sometimes I would do their like daily pull each day for like one point, I think it was. So it was a slow grow, and then I started learning. They do have surveys. I'm not big on doing surveys. I'll do quick ones if I can, or if it gets me a bonus or something, but surveys drive me crazy on all apps because they say they're like 1 minute, but then they ask you 3 minutes of questions before you get to the survey. They have their purpose, don't get me wrong. I do them, but just not on a regular basis. But you can play games on Swagbucks. I think here I played Monopoly Go, which I really liked as a game, and you could earn points for levels reached on Swagbucks up to a certain amount. You can do Swago, which is their version of bingo, and it just has you go to like websites daily or put in codes. I do put some time into it. I don't want you to think this is quick, but I do put a little bit of time in it each day, not a ton. And I'm really seeing some results. So I am going to do a walkthrough on my Facebook group one of these days of this so people can see it more. They do have a referral program, as do most of these, not all of them, but most. So if you guys are wanting to try it, please consider using my links below. But I did $150 in gift cards, and I have 2,331 points. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm thinking this might be higher though. I think I just cashed out. Oh no, that was at 50. Okay. Fetch. Fetch is my like go-to in the beginning. It's the one I always recommend everybody starts with. It's just easy. You scan the receipt. If there's bonuses, it tells you there's bonuses. They used to have this bonus spin game every day that you scanned a receipt that they just got rid of, and now they've started allowing you to play games like Swagbucks. I miss the bonus. I love the bonus, but it's okay. It's an easy receipt scan, and it adds up pretty quick. So I cashed out for $115 in gift cards on Fetch, and I currently have 1,653 points. All right, Drop. I deleted. I was doing really good. I got lots of points, and then they were part of that bank that went bad, and now you have to log in at Thursdays at 11 to try to get a gift card, and I've never been successful, so don't use Drop. Cash Walk for me is just a fun one. Every time you walk steps with your phone in your hand, for every 100 steps you get a point, and for every 3,000 points you get a $5 gift card. You do have to collect nightly, which is where it gets me, because sometimes I forget to go in and collect at night, which is okay, except for like yesterday I had a ton of walk-in and I forgot to go in and get my points. So I was a little bummed about that. Anyway, I cashed in for 30 gift cards, and I just started this one in August, so you know. I cashed in for $30 in gift cards, which were 6 $5 gift cards, and I currently have 1,100 points. I love this one. It's easy as long as you remember to collect your points. And if you walk a lot with your phone, this is a great app. If you set an alarm on your phone every night at like 10 p.m. or before you go to bed to collect, you'll be golden. I mean, it's easy. It's just, you just have to remember to collect. All right, so on these ones, I ended up cashing in for $500 worth of gift cards, and I currently have 10,000 points left. So those were great ones for me for Christmas. All right, next, I know guys, I have a lot of apps. I don't recommend starting with this many apps and overwhelming yourself, but I have had fun learning new apps and deciding which ones are kind of worth it and which ones aren't. So, all right, Lolly is one I've really started to enjoy. I've earned decent. I earned way more in the beginning, and that's because they used to have Costco on there and Walmart. They just took Walmart off, so I'm pretty disappointed about that. But they still have some stores that I shop at on there. So you basically link your card, and then as long as you activate that place, you'll get points. I sometimes forget to activate, just being honest. If you're good at remembering to activate, you'd have even more points. But I started to question them because I didn't get my last payout, but it finally arrived. So I ended up cashing out for $89.72 in 2023. I started it in May, and I currently have $10.15 in there. So for a total of $99.87 in cash back for stuff I was already gonna buy. All right, Bridge Money is another one I started in May. You collect points, you link your cards, you could do surveys. There's a couple different ways you can get points in there. I cashed out for $26.06 and my current balance is 0. It's an easy one. You just have to go in and do it. Zogo is a financial education app, and you like learn about financial stuff, and then you take quizzes and you get points. I quit using it. I just didn't have enough time, so I'm saying 0. I may go back and look at this one. I've heard some good things from others about this one, so I may go back and look further into it. Sorry guys, I needed a drink. All this talking. CrowdTap is a survey app, and I gotta admit, I really liked it. They had some really quick surveys, and it was kind of fun. But I've gotten locked out of my account, and I can't get it reopened. It says it'll send me an email. It doesn't send me the email. I can't seem to get a hold of support, but I know many people that have had great success on this app, so it's up to you if you want to give it a go. I started it in May, and I got points quickly, but then I got locked out, and then I just gave up. All right, Pogo is one of my new favorites. You scan your receipts, you link your cards, you can, there's these location bonuses. You can claim like 6 to 10 cents when you're near someplace. You can connect it for health points to your Apple Health account. They've slowly added features, whereas everybody else seems to be losing features. They did lower their scan receipts from 20 to 10, but every, I think, 7 or 12 receipts, you get a 70-point bonus, so that kind of equals out. So for Pogo, I cashed out for $135.49, and I started this one in May as well. And then Eureka is another one of my favorite sites. It's a survey site, but you can also do their daily poll, and you can get the location bonuses, and you can get some referral points. I originally joined it from Barbara Lynn over at Barbara Lynn Budgets, and I've been pretty pleased. I cashed out for $43.62, and there was not a lot of work involved, truly. And also, if you cash out at $5, it immediately gives you a survey for $1.50 that's 2 questions. It asks, like, are you happy with the app, and something else. Like, it's a quick $1.50 right back. So $43.62, I started this one in May as well. So for these ones, I ended up with $294.75 in cash. I have $12.46 still sitting in a couple of these, so that's why it's lower than the monthly total. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Stay with me. All right. 2 more pages, 2 more pages. All right. I know I have a lot of apps, but when you see my results, I think you'll see why. All right, Receipt Hog is an app I've had forever. I cashed out for $25 in gift cards, $65 to PayPal, and I currently have 820 points. So basically, you scan your receipts and you can get like slot machine credits, and you can spin the slot machine and get points, or you can be put into a sweepstakes. I have won the sweepstakes 3 times this year. I think once for 5 and once for 20. I think 2 times for 5 and once for 20. But those points add up, and then you can either put them to your PayPal or gift card. But I ended up with, you know, $90 through the year, basically just scanning receipts. I'm a huge fan of that one. Evidation is a app that you have on your phone, and it connects to either a smartwatch or a Fitbit. It connects to MyFitnessPal if you log your food or exercise that way, and you slowly build up points, and once you hit 10,000 points, they put $10 in your bank account. So it is slow, but you do nothing other than that. As long as it's connected, you just go on with your life. So as you can see, I got my $10 in October. I only got one $10 amount this whole year, but I pretty much didn't work out a lot, which I want to improve. And you don't have to do anything except go in and ask for it to go to your account. That's it. You do nothing else. They also have like surveys specific to you that you can do for more points. I have a friend who does those regularly, and she definitely has cashed out more than me. So just so you know, if you're an active person, this app would be great for you. And it is so low maintenance. I can't stress that enough. Shopkick I've had for years, but I wasn't using it to its potential until this year, in my opinion. So I'm just making sure you guys can see this. Okay. And I have been using it more. Shopkick, you can get kicks for walking into a store as long as you open the app. You can get kicks for scanning items in the store while you're already there, and then you can get kicks for buying stuff. So I used to only open it when I got home and take kicks for stuff I already bought. But now I kind of look at it and see if there's anything that I would be looking at anyway. And I try to remember to open it when I go in the store. I'm still not great at that, but I do try. And not all stores have walk-in amounts. And then as I'm in the store, if I am buy something I remember seeing on there, I'll just scan it. You don't have to buy anything and you could still get points. And then if it is something I'm buying, I try to remember to scan it in the store and then the receipt when I get home. So this app I definitely improved on this year. I ended up cashing out total for $190 in gift cards, and I have 374 points remaining for this year, going into the new year. Very Dice, I deleted. I ended up getting up to 17,584 points, which it was fun. It was easy. It was like a half minute of my day. I didn't even qualify for $1, so I deleted it. I don't have time for that. Receipt Jar is another receipt scanning app. I do like it, and they have a little bonus feature in there where you can collect your shakes, they call them, and then shake. It's hard to win on the shakes, but I have one, so I can't say it's completely useless, but it's easy. It's another one when I'm scanning receipts, I use it and I just accumulate. So I was able to cash out for $20 in gift cards, $20 to PayPal, and I have 394 points going into the 2024, All right, so for this group of apps, I ended up cashing out for $235 in gift cards, $95 to PayPal, and I have 3,320 points going forward to the new year. All right, one more, guys, and then we're done. So my last one is a new app I just started, but I'm absolutely loving. It's called Frisbee, and it's just a receipt scanning app. I started it in November, and I cashed out to a gift card for Amazon in December for $12.30, which I think is pretty good in 2 months. And all you're doing is scanning your receipts. It couldn't be easier. So that's it. That was the last app that I use. And who's ready for the total? All right, for total, I made $747.30 in gift cards in 2023 off my apps. I have about $200 remaining in gift cards right now. And in cash, I made $1,976.21 for a total of $2,723.51. I absolutely covered Christmas and more, honestly. So I am 100% ecstatic about what I did in 2023. I did lower it for 2024 because of the changes I mentioned, but again, I think it's worth it. All right, guys, thanks for hanging in with me on this journey in 2022. When I challenged myself to this, I didn't exactly know how it would turn out. I am happy about it. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be a little bit more picky about my apps this year because time is valuable too. So you might see some changes, but if I change any of these, I will tell you why along the way. All right, guys, Happy New Year. I hope 2024 is your most prosperous and healthy year yet. Bye.